Hey there friends, welcome back to Bobini Creates. I'm Jeannie and I am ready to share with you a big old haul that I've collected, not all at the same time, but over the course of the last few months, actually since July through October of this year, 2023. And I did that all through thrifting. So that means, going to used bookstores, thrift shops, Facebook Marketplace, that type of thing. And so let's go ahead and dive in. Now, a few months ago, I had shared with you a video called Tips to Growing Your Coloring Book Collection. And this is just more of the same. And that is using your local resources to be able to obtain coloring books. I'm pretty sure everybody has, used bookstores, and the other places that I've mentioned that you can hit up and see what they have, So this is Manga Fairy Special. On all of these, I'm just going to do like a quick little flip on these just because I know that you've probably seen these. Grimm Fairy Tales Special. Oh, I colored that one. You'll see that in my completed pages video for this last month. But what's cool is all of these are in awesome condition. None of them have bent corners. They're not colored in. There's a couple of exceptions and I'll show those to you towards the end, but still well worth getting. Next up is Fantasy Kingdom Special. Now I'm lucky enough, I have a bookstore locally that offers credit for trade-in. So when you do that, they print out these slips for trade-in credit. So the majority of these, I didn't even have to pay for. They're just on my credit. And I just think that's sort of awesome. So I will look for things that I can trade in. Heaven knows I've got enough of that kind of stuff around my house. But anyway, you could go to yard sales and find, books to trade in, maybe as well if you have a bookstore that has a program like that. But this one, Garden Gnome Special, I probably wouldn't have bought this new, but I'm more than happy to buy this, when it's heavily reduced and, and or free. So yeah, pretty fun. Don't forget about yard sales, and hit those up if it's something that you enjoy doing, because you're not going to find them all the time, but you do definitely run into, people that are getting rid of their books here and there. I think oftentimes coloring books are purchased as gifts, and people, maybe they're not the people that color, and so they're looking to get rid of their, the coloring books that they do have. Now these are newer, the Mindful Mandalas by Coloring Heaven. They're not my favorite. The paper's really thin and the line art is super thin as well, and I don't love that. But, for getting them on my credit for free, I'm more than happy to go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to sneak a Halloween in here. This one is called Coloring Cats Meowloween 2023 edition, and don't any of you yell at me or laugh at me on the way I pronounce that, because I have no idea. And truth be told, this is probably a child's coloring book, but I don't care. I really like it. I thought it was pretty darn cute, And on some of these types of things, if you don't love the paper quality, go ahead and print it out onto something else. Speaking of paper quality, this book has really nice paper. I'm just gonna randomly open it, but it's sort of a cardstock. Can you hear that? It's really nice paper. It's one-sided. I like the spiral bound. That's kind of fun. But these, in this book, it says that they're, what does it say? They're designs fantasy and real life scenes of birds and animals. So yeah, nice little variety going on here. Aren't these precious? Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. You know, so anyway, nice variety. I'm looking forward to coloring in this. This might be a fun flip through. If anybody's interested, let me know. Boy, that was loud. Sorry about that. Okay, next up we have Molly Harrison. And I believe this book came out in 2017, so you'll be able to see that her illustrations look a little different than they do now. Definitely her style's changed a little bit. I like both, you know, but what a nice find. It's a new book, but it's used, you know, so love it. Can't wait to get started on that one. Teacup Fairies and Friends. So this one was used, 22 images. I counted only 20, which I don't care, you know. I think this book came out in 2016. The title page on this is gone, along with those other 2 images, but let me just show you a little sampling. I noticed that the teacups on all of these are not illustrated, but I was thinking you could use stencils or stamps, you know, or coloring. You could write a quote in there, all sorts of little fun things. So I don't mind, you know, it's still pretty cute. And I like that they're one-sided, so I can use markers and whatever. Okay, Zen Doodle, Inspiring Mandalas by Julia Snegariva. And the reason I like this one is because I could see myself coloring in here. These are, I'm interesting. I'm kind of new-ish to mandalas. I always kind of poo-pooed the idea of coloring in them. I don't know why. Just because I liked the other things better, I guess. But once I kind of got my feet wet in it, I really kind of like it, you know. It's super relaxing. So, but I will say that I'm fussy in that they can't be too hard, they can't be too easy. So just because they've got to be that nice mix for me to be able to actually find some calmness and relaxation, you know, in coloring them. And that's really my purpose for coloring them. But gosh, some of you guys do phenomenal work. If any of you guys have seen Evelyn Colors mandalas, they are so pretty. She just does a really good job of putting together a nice color palette for those. Now the rest of these are all Coloring Heaven issues, and this is Teresa Goodridge, Country Gardens. I know you guys have seen these, but again, you know, no dinged corners, no wrinkled corners, not colored in. They're just looking pretty pristine, and I'm all about that for next to no money. I know these are inexpensive to begin with, but hey, you know, if I can get them in this condition and I can spend little to nothing on them, why not, you know? Looking forward to these. So this is Home Sweet Home, also Teresa Goodridge. Now this next one was colored in. This was, so this is Marjorie Sarnot. This one, the title page was colored in. You can see just a little bit of, like, it's a little bit worn and a little bit of a crease there. The title page is gone. It was, actually, excuse me, it was in here to begin with, but it was heavily colored on. It looked like a real little child had colored in it. And it went through here and it went through here. But besides that, it's pretty nice. You know, I don't see anything else wrong with it. The pages are not dinged, you know, and so yeah, I don't mind that one bit. And then the final one is Creative Cats, and same thing, nothing colored in this one. It's a little Zen doodly for my style, but there definitely are enough images in here that I would color that I don't feel bad about it. I try really hard not to buy things that I can't picture myself coloring in. That's one thing that I will say experience will give you if you're a new colorist. I know it's fun to go out and buy all the new things and everything, but your style's going to change. At least that was my experience. And so I think this is a good way to maybe be introduced to a wide variety of different styles without spending a lot of money, and see what you like for yourself, you know. So anyway, I do hope this was helpful. If you're interested in that first video of my treasures, as I call them, you know, I love thrifting for these books. It's to me, it is a treasure hunt. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below. I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun to show these with you, share these with you, and I will talk to you guys on the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.